Hello everyone, welcome back to the Twisted Hazel. We have another watch on the bench today. This is another one of my ultra budget watches, and this one I've actually had for a little while now. I actually got it before I went to the UK, and I actually took it with me to the UK and wore quite a bit. I have mixed feelings about this watch. The watch that we're going to be reviewing today is the WLISTH 9403. It is a homage to a much more expensive watch that was only released, I think, as a limited run. So that watch is not easy to get anymore. There's also a Pagani design that looks a lot like this as well, and I would like to get that, but I really like the brown and gold colorway, and the Pagani design one seems to be sold out and has been sold out for a while. So yeah, like I said, I've got mixed feelings about this one. It is ultra budget, so I'll flip it around and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here it is, the WLISTH 9403. It is a very cheap watch. It only cost me about 14 Australian dollars, so very cheap. It has it's got the brown dial, which grades out darker and darker to pretty much almost black to the edges. It has applied indices, but I believe the numbers are printed. It also has the date window. And the colouring, I really like the colouring on this with the gold case and the black and gold bezel. It is an alloy case, as you would expect on a watch at this price point, but it does have the standard stainless steel back that you get on these things. As I said, it is an alloy case, and one of the things that has sort of annoyed me a little bit, as you can see, it does have I think it's, yeah, you can sort of see it's got a bit of a signed crown, but this crown it's not patinaed, it's like whatever they coated it in has worn off or degraded really quickly. Like that, and like I said, I've only had this, I probably haven't even had it for 6 months, and that started to happen after like a month of wearing it, maybe every 2 or 3 days a week. So yeah, I don't really understand why that's happened to the crown. It has, the bezel does rotate. It's not the greatest, it's a 90 click, which is a weird number. It's a 90 click bezel. As you can hear, it's not the greatest bezel movement in the world, but I have seen a lot worse for a lot more money. It does have a little bit of back play, but it tends to spring back into place. It's not, once again, it's not the greatest, but it's certainly not the worst I've ever seen. The crown, it has the 2 movements, obviously the first movement for the date. Once again, it's quite sort of cheap turning. You can sort of, don't know if you can hear that, but it's sort of a cheap clicky sound, and then obviously pull it all the way out, and it is hacking, so that's nice for this price point, but it doesn't wiggle too much. It's pretty good lining up. I mean, it's not, once again, it's not perfect, but once again, for the price point, I've seen worse for more money. Like I said, I've had a weird feeling with this. I'm going to get the mic off and put it really close, because it's probably the loudest of all of the watches that I own. So I'll put it right up, see if you can hear it. It's just got a really loud metallic ticking sound. Like if I don't keep this in a watch box at night, it annoys the hell out of me, because I can just hear it tick, 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 ticking over everything else in my room. So that's one thing that does irritate me a bit about it. The other thing is, well, look, it comes with this leather strap. It's a cheap leather strap. It's quite comfortable, but they've put I don't even think it's stainless steel. I think it's just, once again, an alloy, but they haven't even put a gold alloy, gold-colored alloy on there. So that's another little thing that's a bit of a bugbear. I mean, why not match the buckle with the rest of the watch? Also, it's a polished alloy. In the description on AliExpress and the pictures on AliExpress, and I've gone back and had a look at them, and they've manipulated the pictures a lot to make it. And look, they do with these things, but they've intentionally made it look like it's brushed, or at least some sort of matte finish, whereas this is actually a polished finish, which is what I really wasn't looking for. And I'll be honest, I think a more brushed or matte finish looks a hell of a lot better than the shiny polished look. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, it was like a $14 watch. It's not, I can't complain too much. Dimensions wise, once again, it's not the biggest watch, it's not the smallest watch in the world, certainly on the bigger end of things. Diameter of the watch, of the dial, is I think it's about 44. Yep, it's about 44. If you want to include the crown in it, goes up to about 46 mils. Lug to lug, you're looking at around, lug to lug, you're looking at around 51, 52 mils. Thickness wise, it is not too bad. It's about 11, yeah, probably 11 mils, including the crown. It has a stainless, not a stainless, it has a mineral crystal glass, of course, which is actually slightly raised above the, let's see if you can see it there, it's just slightly raised and tapered above the bezel. So all in all, not a bad watch for the money, but like I said, there's a bunch of little gripes I have with it. I would probably prefer to get the Pagani design one, but unfortunately, I just don't think that they have it, and I don't they haven't got it in this colorway anywhere that I can find, and I don't know if they'll re-release it, and I certainly can't afford the watch that this is homaging. I'll pop it on wrist and give you guys a look. Oh, actually first we'll pop open the back and I'll show you the movement. Before we get into the watch review, guys, if you're enjoying this video, we would really appreciate a thumbs up to like the video. It'll really help us. We would really love for more people to see our videos, and so we can keep creating them and create even more of them. And if you want to see more of our videos, we've got a whole heap of videos in our back catalogue. You can go to our page and have a look at that, and maybe consider subscribing as well, because that way you can keep up to date with all of our videos as they come out. And also, once again, it'll really help the channel out, help our channel grow and more people to see the videos. Okay, so there is the movement. It's your standard Chinese LS28, which is just a very cheap, mass-produced quartz movement, very basic. Like I said, quite noisy. Funny thing is, if you've seen my previous review on the A.L. Cassidy watch, that also had the same movement, and it's not as loud as this one. Maybe it's something to do with the case reverberation, or maybe it's just the particular movement itself that it just is a lot louder, but yeah, it's certainly a lot louder than the other one that I've got, so that's interesting. Anyway, let's pop it on wrist and I'll show you how it fits. Okay, so there it is on wrist. I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist, or for those of you who are in the metric countries like myself, it's 17 centimeters. I think it actually looks quite good on the wrist. It's not, it's probably once again right at the edge. You can sort of see the lugs are just the tiniest bit close to the edge of my wrist, so I can probably get away with it. It does actually sit, I'll show you there, actually sits quite nicely on my wrist. It's not hanging over much or at all. Yeah, like I said, it's it does look, it looks nice. You know, if you're just wanting a quick cheap watch to wear out somewhere, to have a drink or whatever, it's fine. It's, like I said, for $14, can you really complain? For that money, it actually looks pretty nice. The only other thing, like I said, that if you can hear that, I don't know if you can, maybe I'll hold it up to the mic. That's the dial rattly noise. So I would say that probably the ticking noise is being reverberated by that bezel noise. So yeah, like I said, look, if you've got $15 and you like the look of it, why not? If you want to save up and buy something a bit better, then you know what, you can certainly do a lot better, but then you can do a lot worse as well. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the WLISTH. Well, thank you again for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that quick little review. And as I said earlier, if you enjoyed the video, we'd love it if you could give us a thumbs up, a like, and maybe even consider subscribing, because we would really love to grow this channel and review more products. And like I said, we've got a whole bunch of videos of other things, from selvage denim to jackets to yeah, a bunch of other stuff. And there's more things that we'd really like to do videos of, but obviously we need to make the channel grow to do so. So thank you again for watching. We hope you all keep well, and we'll see you in the next one.